we doing? What's up, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? Welcome back. Sunday. Woo! Let's go. How we doing? Rock the boat. Oh my goodness. Do I have them as an option? I do have that as an option here. Okay. Let me bring it up to the front. He'll drag you under, and you'll never float. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down with the devil. The devil. He's bad. He's hot. He's bad. He's bad. I have been a very bad girl. Okay, I'll sit down. It's fine. You're rocking the boat. You're rocking the boat. Oh, sit down. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Now behind. How we doing, everyone? Welcome. Get some Coliseum. This is actually XD Gale of Darkness. XD Gale of Darkness. This isn't Genshin. Yeah, no Genshin today. Let me get our wonderful speaker on. Hello, is that Kortex?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, oh, we're doing well, my guy. How are you?
Awesome. I am doing well. Good to be here.
Thank you for coming on for our pre-week 1 discussion Twitch stream. So much to discuss, so little time. So let us begin. Yes, well, we begin with a draft. And not just any draft. The first season of the EGL draft, which, Kortex, you were a part of, and a first pick for the Heatran Forge. How does it feel?
It feels great, man. Yeah. I feel awesome to be a part of Heatran Forge, and I'm excited to see what the season has for us.
The competition will surely heat up whenever you guys have to go into battle. He's quiet. I'll turn him up a little bit. Thank you. Turning down the music here. Pausing that for now. He should be a little bit louder now. Hopefully. So with that, I wanted to kind of start left to right here. So start with the Giratina Origin and then go across to the Solgaleo Pride, because there's quite a bit to cover. Lots of interesting and super talented players and lots of options for rosters for week 1. So, I'm curious as a player yourself. I don't want you to give away if you're playing or not, because most players are starting to get an idea of who is playing. But kind of going down the list here, because you may recognize some people, I may recognize some people, that sort of thing.
Yeah, right off from the beginning here, I recognize a few players. I could be wrong, but I think Raul Costa just played in the X9 tournament today. I know Willie, he won a pretty big tournament in the past too. And then I know Tio has always been a consistent player, so I know he's probably going to do well. Those are some of the players that I recognize. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I just want to say Rolla Costa got top 8 in the VR tour today.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
I don't blame you though. Yeah. There were like 3 different tours happening. 3 different tours happening yesterday and today, and
right.
Yeah. Wait, what day is today? Saturday or Sunday?
Today is Sunday.
Today's Sunday. Okay. I lose track of my days. It's whatever. Yeah, lots of tours happening this weekend, which, I mean, freaking fantastic, if I do say so myself. If you're a VGC player and you want to get involved, so many grassroots organizations now. Probably the one good thing to come out of COVID with all the gloom and doom of a pandemic. But moving off of that, looking at players, yeah, I recognize quite a few of these names. Jenna says it's Monday here. Rolla Costa is S tier, says SheForce. I'm with you there. Rolla Costa has his own emote. Dude has his own emote. If that's not S tier, I don't know what is.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot of people in the Giratina Origin are pretty influential upon the community that VGC has. A lot of them are a part of the ATX VGC Texas crew, and a part of that is because of gems, drafting some friends and stuff like that. But also, I mean, these players are talented, to say at the least. I think almost everyone in this roster has certainly proved themselves to be of a caliber where they were to be bid on. It just makes
Hmm.
sense. And people are saying Tio, Tiki, and Willie is a godly team building core. I think something to recognize, and I think we've talked about this, Cortex, since you and I team built and stuff like that, is that groups of 3, groups of 4, that's pretty normal for team building groups.
Yeah.
And those are the groups that build the godly teams that top cut regionals when COVID isn't a thing.
Yeah, that's true. When looking at successful tournament results, it's often been little groups of 3 or so who run the same team, and a lot of them will cut and go to the championship. I think back to Collinsville Regional, uh, you know, where Wolf ended up almost winning.
Yeah.
With the team that he built, along with Trailer and Justin, and I remember playing them, and you just see these solid teams always going well. These little succinct team building groups coming out.
I think that's going to be a major plus for the Garatina Origin. Having such a strong and sturdy group, thank you so much for the hydrate or dihydrate, on the team is going to make for a potentially challenging time for any team that faces the Garatina Origin because they've got the origins for greatness with their groups. That being said, I know Willie is an extremely talented player, host of the PGL Draft League as well. And so, yeah, really just everyone on that list. Everyone in the Adam Said Tacos hosts the $2 taco tours, right? Tio, extremely talented player. Tiki helps out with ATX. Roller Coaster helps out with ATX. Bat is a mod for several different people, helps out all over. And Eric, Eric was like, draft me, and I recognize that Eric. I saw him in PGL as well. They're all talented players, and they all have the willingness, and I think like the reassuringness that they belong on that roster where they are. And I
Mm.
think it makes a lot of sense. And they did have a player removed from their team, so they will be moving a player up from their Spear division. So that is yet to be determined, but they're getting close to figuring that out. So it's going to be exciting who's going to be moving from the Spear division on Garatina Origin over to Sky. But moving on, Cortex, to your team, the Heatran Forge, you've gotten a little bit of time to kind of get acquainted with this group of people. How is it? How is
Yeah,
the
that's
Forge?
great. It is. I'll tell you, we're looking very strong. I think the Forge. I maybe you may say I have a little bit of bias because I'm part of the Forge, but I honestly think that the Forge has some of the most consistent and well-rounded players for the cost that Forge got them for. I knew a lot of the people from the Forge even before I was drafted on there. Most of the people I had either already known or had heard of before, and I think that the Forge was really able to steal some great picks for the cost. I'm seeing Zorder 15, Infamous Chris. I know he's gotten solid results in the past. As you like, Condor, Big Slim. I think that we really have a well-rounded roster, and I think that we can take this draft by storm.
That is an understatement. Y'all have some amazing managers who really pumped up the prices on every single other player during this draft. And then when the time came to select their chosen crew of forgers, they were like, yeah, we know what we're dropping. We know what we're putting down, and we're putting it down, but we're not going to let other people get in our way. And I mean, look at the average cost per player for this team. It's 16K, 15K, 15K, 16K, 10K, 15K. It's amazing. GeForce talking about how Chris is a 2-time regional champion.
Yeah,
Cortex, you are a
it,
multiple-time top cut champion. Zulite, multiple-time top cut champion. 2x4 has won several local tournaments and more. Big Slim has also won tournaments. Condor has also done extremely well. Professor Ragna, also amazing. Zordor, literally
Zorder is
has.
top ladder. I don't know how many times. I always see Zorder at number one showdown, number five, he's always up there doing well. And I know Umar, same thing.
Yeah, Jin saying Umar for 6K most busted pickup in the league. There were some busted picks, and I thank you to all of you who filled out the survey. If you haven't filled it out yet, there is still time to fill out that prediction form. Let me get the link for that real quick here.
You're right. It's it's interesting you brought up the different prices because also going to make a point about that. You look at some of the other teams and how much they were spending per players. You look at some of the other most expensive players across the other teams. I'm seeing 35K Rishiro Majesty for a player, 27K for Primitive. You got 25.5K for Tio. A lot of the other teams, went all out and spent a good chunk more on one or two other players. And then I look at Forge, and it's just this very well-rounded, balanced pricing layout. We're all around, around 14, 15K a piece. And I think that the managers did a really good job of spreading their pricing out for the value, and I think that that's going to add up in the very end.
I couldn't agree with you more. And the interesting thing about this league, Cortex, is that we don't have a midseason draft, right? So managers aren't worried about how much money they have left over. They were given a total amount. They were given a max number of players, a minimum number of players, and then to just run with it. And I think the Heatran Forge is one of the teams out of the six here that truly took that and it was like, yeah, we're gonna run with this, okay? But we're not only gonna run with it, we're gonna make sure that we like push the other people that are running beside us, so that we can get some really great finishes here. And that's all a metaphor for just saying like they did extremely well with many of their pickups. They really budgeted. In my opinion, they budgeted just as well as the Sokoleo Pride, if not better. If not better.
I couldn't have said it better.
Yeah. And I know a lot more people in the Heatran Forge from the VGC community, and I know that many of them are extremely talented. I've already kind of like gone over a little bit like with my excitement about a lot of these players. And so I can't wait to see what the Forge does. And we'll get to the Spear division too, because holy moly, it's incredible as well. But moving on to the Mewtwo experiment managed by Lava Burst. Lava Burst, it was a little bit new to this like style of play for Pokemon, but she did not let that deter her from playing hardball in this draft, and she definitely made herself known as a player, picking up Primitive as her first pick, and then Aldrich Yan. Really solid picks overall, and then going for Token Female, who I know is incredibly talented. She's got some niche types of mons and strategies and teams that she likes to use.
Yeah, I know Token Female. I've played her before. She's a great player.
Yeah.
Very solid pickup there.
Fellow Pseudo Wudo Stan with my
another Southern California player like myself.
Yes. Yeah. She's great. I love Token Female. I love Haley. She's great. And then after that, I cannot believe it, but every team let her pick up the king, Justin Snores. Justin is in every online tournament that he is allowed to get his hands on, and he is the definition of practiced and enthusiastic.
He's bringing the experience in online tours to back it up.
Absolutely. After that, Houston. I'm not familiar with Houston, but we'll see. We'll see. Other people maybe. I'm not. Splatty Daddy. Not familiar with this person. But there was a lot of hype for Splatty, and that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've seen him around before, and I don't know too much about him, but I'm excited to see how his season's gonna go.
Absolutely, yeah. I think a lot of these players are definitely gonna rock it. Alex123, the Blossom Boy, Big Chungus Master himself. Fantastic. Oh, Eternal Mania is saying Splatty was 4-0 in PC3 at one point, but I don't know how his losers run went. Fantastic. I love that. Yeah, like good stuff, man. Solid picks. Tomatoes. And then correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe Tomatoes I know was a previous senior. I think Moon.
Yeah, Tomatoes was a senior, and he was actually in TPL too.
Yeah.
I was on his team, and from what I remember correctly, Tomatoes had an amazing run in TPL. I think he was actually one of the nominees for I think most improved player or most valuable player, along the season, just because I think he went something like 6-2, or
Yeah.
I remember there was a point where he was just winning week after week, and if that's anything to say for what he can do in the future, I know he's going to do well.
So just to let you know, yeah, Joe is no joke. Strider getting some info for us here. Thank you so much.
Oh,
So I
Spotty
was
finished in top 16,
yeah,
Players Cup 3.
yes. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Moon and Jamados are both seniors. I just wanted to get that out there. Emmy picked up some great, really solid picks. Moon got top 4 in seniors Players Cup. Jamados, as you said, in the TPL PGL League, did amazing. Still does amazing. Commits the time to it and is a fantastic player. And Pyrion, is a really fantastic player in the community. They're all around. I've seen them at tournaments. They've done amazing. They've done great. Enough said. This is a great roster for the Mewtwo experiment, and I'm excited to see how they experiment with it and who they want to bring to their week 1 matchups, because it's going to be trouble. There's going to be trouble. It's going to be fun to see. So, any words about the Mewtwo experiment before we move on?
No, you hit it right on the dot.
Okay. Next up, the Necrozma Prism. I am so sorry, Hope, but my God. After your first 3 picks, Hope, some people lost hope in you. And I think that it was, the Jay-Z difference, Cool Logic Jay-Z, we all know about Jay-Z. And if you're new here and you don't know about Jay-Z, fantastic player, has proven themselves time and time again in several different tournaments. They're great. They're fantastic.
Yeah, he was just in the, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was in the X9 Top Cut today, right?
I think so. I looked at
believe
it, but
I saw his name in the graphics. So
okay,
it just shows that even today he's consistently proving himself as a good player.
Yeah. I'm not surprised that Hope picked up Jay-Z. But if there was anyone who fell victim to Jin pumping up the price,
oh yeah,
sad to say, it was Hope. It was Hope.
Jin Prism. I see those big prices right at the very beginning. 30K,
37K. He was down, let's do the math real quick, 50. He was down 87.5K after the first 3 picks of the draft.
Wow.
And he himself also was 10K. So actually, he was down 97K, which brought him down to 22 or 21.5 for literally the next 4 picks after that.
Wow,
so
yeah, barely squeaking out to fill out the rest of the roster there.
And Sableye VGC, Ryan, anyone named Ryan, amazing. I'm a little biased, okay? Sue me. But Sableye VGC paired with Fiona are fantastic team builders, and they're both super talented. Like Ryan always shows up and he always plays his best, and he's frequently top cutting, if not winning stuff when he does. And then Jean-Marc is a staple to the community as not only a manager in PGL, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe he was, but also just like has been a consistent player in NPA, lots of different leagues, in the regular circuit as well. Jean-Marc is a king among kings, and a friend of Hope's as well. So Hope definitely wanted to pick Jean-Marc up, and a lot of people went to bet on Jean-Marc, who was the most expensive pick at the draft after Mando, but we'll get to the Mando pick in a little bit.
No, Ryan, I have a question for you just on Jean-Marc. Seeing as he was the most expensive player in the draft, do you think, how do you feel about him going for 37K?
I think you can rely on Jean-Marc to win most of his matches on a week-by-week basis, and so I don't think there's any problem with that. I think if you're Hope, though, you're hoping that you can get Jean-Marc to play every single week of these 5 weeks on the Sky roster. I also wouldn't put it past Hope, depending on his Spear Pillar roster. Jin said he better win every fucking game 2-0 for 37K. Lol. Well, Jin, I mean, we'll see. I don't doubt Jean-Marc, though. He's an extremely talented player. But my personal take, I think it is worth. But the thing is that, again, Jin did an amazing job pumping up the price. And other people wanted Jean-Marc as well because it's Jean-Marc, right? And so it made sense that he went for a lot. But it's a lot of money to drop as your third pick too. As your third pick, you spent that 37K. Like,
Yep.
that's a statement. And then after that, have you heard of Overcharged 88? I haven't.
I can't say I have. Yeah,
I think I remember Hope saying that this was a friend of theirs. So Hope knows them personally, so that's cool.
Oh, okay.
Justified Joe, I'm not familiar with this person. Are you?
I'm not. I can't say that I am.
Well, I'm excited to see how they play. They're on the roster. Brain,
Yeah.
I have heard of. Brain, I've seen in tournaments and stuff. Have you played or seen anything?
I haven't. No, tell me a little bit about Brain.
Okay. I don't know that much about Brain personally, but I've seen the name around. I've seen this player do pretty well. Turtlemate says Brain is go. Well, automatically right there. He's also a senior. Fantastic. Just tuned in. Did we already say Origin had the best draft? Tiki. We flattered y'all quite a bit. So when the VOD of this gets uploaded, or if you go back and watch, you'll see.
Make sure to check it out.
Make sure to check it out. People are saying Brain is goated. Brain is goated. Another senior. Seniors and juniors have the time to devote to this game what adults cannot. And so I am not surprised.
That's true, yeah.
Not surprised. Excited to see them play. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, I'm sorry, we're not rocking the boat right now, is Kiki. The one and only Kiki. I was a little surprised to not see Kiki be on the same team as Chris, but the Heatran Forge had a solid roster, and
complete roster.
Kiki got picked up, and Prism picked up Kiki. So I'm excited to see her excel in this league. She's a talented junior, hopefully soon to be senior, getting there. I know, but I believe she's still a junior. And yeah, she went for 5.5K. The troubling thing is that because so much money was spent really early on, Hope has a limited roster of 7, but because he opted into play, he technically has 8, so he has himself to step in just in case. Which is the crack thing about being a manager and not having a spot on the roster, but you still have a cost. So
yeah, that's true.
It was up to every manager on what they wanted to do, but this should be interesting. I'm excited to see what the Prism do and if they're truly able to shine and outshine their opponents by snuffing out their light. So we'll see.
Yeah, me too. It'll be interesting seeing how the strategy of spending more towards the beginning part of the draft for these more expensive players, seeing if that pans out, or if we have some of these more balanced spending strategies come out on top.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving on to the Reshiram Majesty, who I think were the most conservative and probably the most controlled drafters besides their first pick. Besides Mystic's first pick, which came out of nowhere, okay? We're 4 picks into the draft, and all of a sudden, the queen who has not been on anybody comes out. 35K from Mando VGC. I love Mando.
Yeah, me
Fantastic.
Too.
Neva, she's in the chat. Mando worth it, LOL. We don't doubt that Mando is worth a lot of money, but 35K. Thoughts, Cortex?
I don't know. I mean, 35K is a lot. Whenever players start to get over early 20s, 25K, I start to question whether it's really worth spending so much on a player, especially when it's the first pick and you haven't filled out the rest of your roster. But I'm definitely curious and interested to see how they're going to do and how this is going to pan out.
Yeah, I have no doubt Mando's going to show up. He's going to win. He's going to play. He's going to play to win.
Yeah.
35K was dropped on this boy, okay? He's going to play. He's going to play to win. Mando MVP. Just watch. Says Stacks. I believe it. I believe it. I love Mando. I love this guy. I'm friends with him. Once I met him at events, I was like, I love this guy. I love him. So I'm excited to see him play. Kid Marvel, not familiar with this player. Are you, Cortex?
I'm not. No.
Okay. So and we talked with some of the other managers and folks, and we weren't familiar with them. I know Mystic is familiar with them. So 17K dropped on Kid Marvel. Excited to see what they do. I don't know them personally, but I trust when 17K is dropped on somebody, they're gonna perform. They're gonna show up and do what do what they do.
Yep. Yep.
So
Now, you know this next player pretty well, right? Right,
oh
Ryan?
yeah, Janae. This is one of my favorite pickups in the draft. I'm so sorry to you, Cortex, and to everybody else, but I may be a little biased, but this person truly opened my mind to what it means to be a team builder and to embrace ideas that are out of the box. And don't get me wrong. Zordor's a great guy. He builds like a maniac, but he stings like a bee and plays like a beaver. That's not the phrase, it's fine. But you get the point. Jenna is an amazing team builder. She's such a valuable resource, not only as a player, but as a contributor to the team with anyone who needs it. If you
that's a good point, Ryan. Yeah, it's not. I guess it's not all just about playing games every week. But I think that's a good point that you're bringing up. That there's other aspects to these teams like team building and just contributing to players throughout the week that helps the team be successful and take it to the top too.
I couldn't agree more. Legit, like there is so much more to teams than just a good player. But because it is a draft league and because scouting exists, sometimes you got to get creative. And I'd watch out for the Reshiram Majesty because Janae she's saying in chat, I've already spent 6 hours on voice with various people, and I'm unsure why I did that. Janae, it's just in your character to help other people. After being on your team in the PGL Season 1, I just know how kind, how considerate, and how giving you are to truly help other people who need it and who are asking for it. Who y'all think of the best team building team? We'll finish going through all the players, and then we'll get back to that question, Tiki. Fantastic question. I mean, people are already saying, a couple people said Origin. We'll get there. But yes, Janae, such a great pick. Amazing team builder, amazing player, really creative. 17K, absolutely worth it though. Are you going through Spear? We will go through Spear as well, yes. Okay, Tear Bear, she tweeted out on Twitter. It was really, really funny. She signed up for the league drunk on a margarita and then got drafted.
Look at her going for 22K.
22K. People fought for Tear Bear. She's a super cool part of the community. Like, I've only met her a couple times, but I know a lot of people are friends with her. I know she's from SoCal, right? Around that area.
She is from SoCal. Yeah. I've run into her a couple times before. Very, very chill.
Yeah. And so it's really cool to see her be a part of this league and to participate. So I'm really excited to see what she does as a player and as a team member in general. Moving on to Swede. I am not familiar with this player. Are you?
I've heard their name before, but I don't remember or know too much about them. So we'll see how they do, and I'm excited to see their results and what they're going to bring to the team.
I agree with you. I am not familiar with this player myself. I don't want to lie. So I'm excited to see how they do. I'm sure there are people here who do know this player, and I'm sure Mystic probably does as well. But very excited to see how they do within the league. Swede is a beast, says Janae. I believe it. I believe it. Officially a beast. Moving on. I pronounce this even Uno. I don't know this player. Are you familiar with them?
I'm not.
Okay. Again, they went for 5K, so a little bit on the lower end here, but still a solid pickup for the Reshiram Majesty to fill out their roster. Excited to see how they do. Yeah, that's all I got for them right now. But as we move on through the week, I'm sure we're going to see how they play. Snooze. Do not sleep. Do not sleep on this player, okay?
Don't snooze on the snooze.
Have you ever faced Snooze before? Because honestly, he's such a great guy. Such a great guy.
I haven't.
Oh my goodness. He won Utah Regionals, SLC Regionals in 2017.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
So it looks like Snooze has definitely proved himself in the past.
He has. And he's a content creator. He's also a father. And this dude, I love his graphics, by the way.
What a guy.
Check out his YouTube channel because he's always changing up his graphics. And I'm like, bro, why do your graphics look so freaking good? Like, come on. Come on. Like, my shit, like, I can never compete. He is the goal that I look up to. One of the many people in the community that's a content creator besides Jinfry, Nino, Poke Bros, Big Slim, all these big daddies and big ladies sitting in the community that are all just doing all this fun stuff, and I'm like, whoo, amazing, amazing. Snooze, fantastic player, creative team builder as well, has proven himself in the past, looking to make a comeback, excited to make a comeback, and I'm so glad he joined this league, and I'm so glad that Mystic picked him up. So we'll see. We'll see. Chow Raven. It could be Chew Raven. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with this player. Cortex?
No, nothing for me. I don't know Chow Raven.
Okay, well, excited to see them play if they make it on that week 1 roster. But Restaurant Majesty has the luxury of having a roster beyond 7 players. Sorry, Hope.
Yeah. Ryan, some of these, lower costing players going for 4, 5, 6K, a lot of times that's how it starts. Maybe they're not so well known in the community. Maybe they don't go for so much. And all it takes is one season in a draft league, where they just do really well. And, all of a sudden next season, they're known for us and they go for even more.
It's true. Draft leagues like this are truly the environment to I guess you could say, prove yourself in a sense. But I think for me, when I was going through the PGL in season 1, however people look at me as a player, they look at me as a player. Okay, at the end of the day, I'm not losing over any sleep if someone's like, Ryan's trash, because I know I will throw games. I have straight up thrown games before, and I continued to do it to this day. I hope I stop. Okay, but there's nothing greater than being a player with, a low bidding score and really proving that the value of what you were paid for was true. So, Jennings, yeah.
He was a free pick in the TPL, like third last free pick, and now one of the more expensive people. Yep, Jenny just proving the point right there. Really driving it home that sometimes it's these lower costing players that all it takes is one season. You can rise to the top.
It's so true. It's so true. All it takes is one season, one great group of people, and it's fantastic. So, last but certainly not least, Shoeboy. I've heard the name before. I'm not familiar with them. They had me rock the boat at the start of the stream. Thank you. Are you familiar with this player, Cortex?
I can't say I am.
Okay, well, hey, 4K. I'm excited to see what they do. They're in the Sky Pillar roster.
For sure, definitely.
So that's what I got to say about that. Easier said than done. And finally, but certainly not least as well, we've got the Sogalea Pride, RAR, manager Pengy. Excited to have Pengy hop on board for this. I know that Pengy is super busy with speed runs, but I'm so glad that he's able to slow it down with us and join the Pride. So going down the list, co-manager. So this is very key, and I didn't really bring this to light too much for Adam Santakos, but the two teams to have their co-managers play. This is a big deal because they cost $15K and they take a spot on the roster, but they have that much faith in their player and their co-manager.
So they start out at $15K, right? The co-managers?
Yeah. Co-managers are $15K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which makes you think if Warren had reached out to Jean-Marc, right? And been like, hey, you want to be my co-manager for $15K? You know what I mean? It's the first season, and it's something to think about for the future. But there is strategy to being in a draft league, and there are many ways to play around the rules, because rules exist because someone had to make a rule to create the rule to exist in the first place. So if you can find a way to have fun, get around those rules, that sort of thing, that's great. That's cool. And I think the co-manager thing is a great way to pick up a player that you don't want to drop a ton of money on, but you want to get them for sure. And they could be a great asset to your team. And I know Charisma Check and Pengy have a great dynamic together.
Yeah, they got some synergy. They've worked together in the past, I believe.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with Charisma Check as a player, but, in talking with them briefly, super chill, super cool. Excited to see them play. Yeah. This next player is extremely talented from Texas. Zekrom Zeke managed his own team in the PGL Season 1 Draft League. Not much else to say besides the fact that this player has proven themselves time and time again. Have you ever faced Zeke?
I actually have played against Zekrom Zeke, and he's a solid player. I think he's going to bring a lot to his team.
I think so too. Next to the Heatran Forge, the Solgaleo Pride had a really solid draft. And at first, they dropped a bit of money for Zeke and for Turtle Mania.
Zekrom. Jin says Zekrom overpay.
I saw that. And Jin says, I tried buying Zeke, y'all fucking thieves. Oh my goodness. It is what it is, man. Is what it is. Maybe next time, maybe next draft. Who knows? Turtle Mania. Lots of hype for this player. Talented player as well. We all know this. Extremely helpful in all aspects. I mean, before the draft even started, Turtle Mania was helping people off. Jin says, next time I'm unplugging Pengy's router.
Pengy's router. No more bidding.
Oh my. Be careful, Jin. I know you're a trained fighter, so I wouldn't stop you. And I hope Pengy wouldn't either. But Turtle Mania. Extremely helpful player. Extremely active player. Very, very passionate about the game. And in almost everything that I see around the VGC community. So this is a great pickup. I have faith that they are definitely worth the 15.5K. Do you have anything to say about Turtle Mania, Cortex?
I'll just say that you brought up a point that I was thinking about. When you have a lot of drive and a lot of energy in draft league, because I've seen even players who might not have as much experience or might not go for as much as other players. If they put in the time and the preparation, they can certainly perform at a higher level.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. I started laughing because Jin said, I'm old and busted. If I peel an orange, I sweat profusely and have to lay down. Don't worry. LOL. Can't say I agree for myself, but I feel that. Just a little bit. Moving on, Eclipse Owl. This was a highly sought after pick, and I'm surprised they went as late in the draft as they did. They were
Eclipse Owl. I think I've played them before too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really talented player. I think their name's Owen.
Yep. Solid pickup.
Yeah, like Owen, top cut several online tournaments, really done well at IRL as well. Enough said about this player. Like, definitely worth the 14K. Yeah, we all know Eclipse Owl, recognize the name.
I feel like I definitely remember that name in a top cut somewhere. So, he's got it going for him.
Cobalt from Australia, really solid player. She is super cool. I know Hanti was really hyping her up, and I believe it. So, I don't know much of her as a player, but I know that I've heard she's really talented. Yeah, like that's all I know at the moment. So
yeah. Now, Ryan, this next player is Blazane, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is actually the Blazane that I faced in top 4 of Jin's High Roller Draft League. Is this the same Blazane that we're talking about here?
It should be. This is my friend Blaine, and turns out that
Blaine,
Pengy also knows Blaine very well as well.
Yeah,
he has been. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say I played him, and he's a solid player. To make it to top, I know that in a high roller draft league, to make it that far with a team that's custom, that it takes creativity and drive to take it that far. So that's any indicator of his level. I think he's going to be successful in this league too.
I agree. Blazane is a really solid player, and I'm excited to see what they do as a part of the Solgaleo Pride. I'm sure that they will show up and truly be a shining star on this team. Hannah S. I don't know much about Hannah. She went for 10K. I know she's a part of the community. I'm excited to see what she does. Have you played Hannah before?
I haven't.
Okay. Excited that she's here. I can't wait to see how she plays, that sort of thing. Not familiar with her, but hey, 10K. She's got to be Gucci. She's got to be. Hannah's good, sis Nibs. Hannah's good. Yep. I believe it. I take your word. Hannah's super good for team chemistry too.
Yep, that's important.
That's big. Can't confirm.
We got a lot of people vouching for Hannah.
Vouch is real. Up next, this is we'll go over the predictions for week 1 here in a little bit. But this is a player that We'll get back to that. This is a player that people said was a really big underpay. Ink. I don't know this player. Do you know this player?
I don't.
Okay. A lot of people say this player is really good. So I don't know this player. Also, people are saying Hannah got top 16 in the VR tour today.
Mm-hmm.
I think either that it's either her or Ink, whatever tournament he says here.
Yeah.
No, Ink did. Okay. Cool. Yeah, Ink.
Oh, okay.
Ink's right here. Ha ha ha. Yes, hello, Ink. Hi. Goat right there. Underpay. A lot of people said this is an underpay. 5.5K. I mean, you know what's really funny, and if you heard it during the draft, anytime Pengy got a pick that like he was really happy about, he'd come off of mute. It was the only time he'd come off of mute. He'd come off of mute and go, thanks guys. Thank you for just giving me this pick. I was like, and everyone's like, what? And then he's like, no, nothing. It's fine. But you know, Pengy knew what was going on. And at this point in the draft, Pengy had the most money comparative to most of the other teams, so he really could bully any other team.
Pengy was saving that money. You know, that's one strategy, is saving a little bit more money than some of the other players so that you're able to kind of bully and really get the last picks that you want to fill out your roster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So, and yeah, he made it known. He did well. Next up, Pro2. Have not faced this player. Haven't heard of them, but how about you?
No, not here.
So I don't know them personally. They were a 3K pickup. So Cypher says, Pengy out here playing chess while everyone is playing checkers. Couldn't agree more. Although I will say, Jin was above the board. He was playing 40 chess, bro. Jin and Nino were playing 40 chess with this entire freaking draft.
No, anyways, everybody's playing checkers.
I know. Pro2. Don't know him. 3K pick. So they were picked up pretty cheaply. In fact, were they the only 3K pick of this draft? I'm looking at it. No. Overcharged. Houston. Okay. Overcharged. Houston. And Pro2. The only 3K picks. The minimum bid for this draft. And sometimes that's all you need to make your point as a player.
Yeah, and you know, it just drives the point home further that if you're drafted for 3K and if you end up doing well and succeeding in the league, it just goes to show like the value that you were for your team for being drafted at 3K.
Yeah. Hannah says Pro2 just got second in a Kiki tour. Kiki, who's on the Necrozma Prism, hosts her own tours for VGC. Super cool. That's dope. So Pro2 proving themselves in the Kiki tour. So that's pretty cool. Wait, okay. Let me get a sip of water before this last pick. One sec.
Mochi Papusa says Spear Division when thou. I'm assuming you're asking. Yeah, I think we're doing this right after this division, right?
Yeah. GeForce as the last pick for the Pride?
GeForce.
What?
Yes.
I'm so sorry, GeForce. Man, this guy has proved himself to be a hell of a content creator, hell of a community man, hell of a player.
Definitely. I can speak to that.
Dude shows up for when he needs to battle and proves himself worthy. Dude, when you face GeForce, you feel the G's and the force of his play. You feel it. Managers were talking about this player, and, you know, it was surprising that GeForce was picked up last for Sky Pillar. And, you know, there are a ton of great players in Spear Pillar,
a lot of great players in this league, Cypher.
But, my goodness. So proud, so happy to see GeForce here, making the Sky Pillar roster for the Pride. Yeah, GeForce.
Absolutely.
Guys, the thing to know about this roster, though, and, of course, anytime GeForce, the thing to know about this roster in Spear Pillar, right? Teams get 5 normal trades during the season and 1 trade in the off week. So expect to see players from this season going back and forth depending on how the rosters are doing. That's the strategy. Spear and Sky Pillar, their standings both matter, okay? They both matter. The standings are combined, okay? Playoffs are going to be decided on both of the rosters doing well. So don't be surprised if you see players that are on Sky get moved down to the Spear Pillar, because you want the Spear Pillar roster to be just as good.
Yeah.
You win the week off of a majority of matches being won, not all 7 players winning, right? It's fantastic to have all 7 players win, right? But if you know that a majority of players can definitely try to get a W, and you can move some,
like already winning.
If you move some of those players down to also help out the roster and Spear Pillar, like, come on. So while it's cool to get bid on and be in Sky Pillar, my goodness, do not underestimate what is the amazing, the awesome Spear Pillar. Okay, we're moving on to Spear Pillar now. Legit. Before we move on though, Tiki asked the question earlier: what Sky Pillar team has the best team building group, core, that sort of thing? And I think the chat was saying Origin. And honestly, knowing the people on Origin and having the discussion that people have had, that team building group on there is a deadly combination for team building. However, the Heatran Forge has a stacked roster of players, many of which are extremely creative and are also very talented. So do not doubt them, including Kortex. Jenny is in this league and is on the Majesty, and she is out for blood. She is out for blood, and she will make sure every person on her team is ready and prepared for every match. So be ready. And of course, I mean, Hope's going to need some hope. The Mewtwo Experiment are going to experiment. Enough said. And the Solgaleo Pride have an extremely solid roster with really good players too.
Yeah, and just to add to that, to the question, you
Please.
know, who's got the best little team building group? I think I'm gonna slightly favor Giratina Origin. Just say I've seen you know, Willie and Tio in action before, and Tiki, and I do agree with what a lot of the chat says, and you know, that's just a very powerful team building group. I know Tio especially comes out with these really creative and innovative teams. Like, he's always posting on Twitter about, you know, how he's topped a ladder with a new team. And I think if you can count on anybody to really you know, come up with these new meta breaking teams for the week, I think you can definitely count on that part of the team to do it for Origin.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, I'm with you there. I am with you there. Okay. Sky Pillar, you've had your fun, but Spear Pillar, rise up, as Mochi says. Rise up.
Spear Division time.
Here we go. We're gonna be going through these pretty quick, but just know that we appreciate every single one of you who has signed up to be a part of what we're doing, and we are so excited to see players play, because every player on every team will at least be given an opportunity to play, and we are so excited to see that. Also, before we start off with the Spear Pillar, this Friday is going to be the first community event, and it's going to be a movie night. All of you, we asked you all when you signed up what your favorite movie was going to be, so we're going to be putting out a poll this week about which movie out of like a list of like 7 or 8 choices from the big list that we have would you like to watch. Community night Friday. It's going to be hype. Just wanted to say that now while everyone's here. Thank you for being here. Okay. Spear. Let's do it. KJ Chicken. I've heard of this player. I have not faced this player. Kortex. Have you faced this player?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm excited to see them play. They were the first pick by Gems. First pick in the Spear Pillar. Actually, yeah, they were the first pick, but you know what? I made a mistake. I am so sorry. This division started right to left. So let's start with the Solgaleo Pride, because it went right to left.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
They started off with Gil. Extremely solid player. I've heard of Gil VGC. I don't know if you have, Kortex.
I haven't. I've heard of some of these other players coming up, though.
Yeah. Gil, strong player. I've heard of them. they're a great pickup for this division. AZ22X, I've heard of them. I've seen them. Have you faced them, Cortex?
Youngster Jazz?
No, I'm sorry. Should we just go down the roster?
Oh, we're going across. Okay.
I was going across, but let's just go down the roster. That's fine. Youngster Jazz, I've definitely heard of. Youngster Jazz.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I've seen them do some pretty impressive stuff. I've heard of them doing some pretty impressive stuff. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool.
Excited to see how they're gonna do.
Ragnarok says I got us a Platman. Hey, thanks, dude. Excited for League later. Cypher. Fun fact: the Sogaleo Pride invited the wrong Cypher into their their like team server.
Oh no!
But then found the actual Cypher. But they kept that first Cypher as like
the old Cypher?
As like an oopsie in the server, just like for fun as well. It's great. It's great. It's fun.
It's great.
I have not faced Cypher. I haven't heard of them too much, but I think they're good. I mean, Penke knows what he's doing. Okay. Picking up every one of these players here. Penke knows what's up. AZ-Matic. I've heard of this player. Have you faced them?
I've actually played them in the finals of, I want to say, a Nina Poker Bros tournament.
Okay.
And they beat me. So if that says anything, AZ-Matic can definitely bring it to the table.
That says quite a bit. Cortex likes to pride himself on making those optimal plays as much as possible and shutting me down when I try to get creative with team building. But putting that aside, AZ-Matic, however you pronounce it, great to see you here. Excited to see you play in the Spear Pillar division. Can't wait. Cypher is really good. Halucha is cool. Jazz is a great player. Number one Halucha player ever. Ragnarok, should I make the team? I made the team. I started one, but if you want to make one too, that's fine. I probably won't be on time for that. Mega Umbreon. I've definitely heard of this player. I hope you have too. I haven't faced them though personally. Have you, Cortex?
Yeah, no. You'll have to fill me in on a lot of these players.
Okay.
I'm not quite familiar.
Well, and that is some of the beauty of this division too. With the bidding division, that was where a lot of managers wanted to bid on people that they know. But it's okay. It's okay to not know people because it's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like it's real life. And that's the biggest thing about this league is to get to know new people. Invite new people into the community. Like that is the whole purpose of what this league is doing, okay? Winning is not the priority. It's fun, sure. It's cool. Great. But getting to know people, that's why I play Pokemon. That's why I still continue to play. I play for the people. I play to have fun, and I play to do that. The names are bold because those individuals have capture cards. They have capture cards. Moving on. I think someone said Mega Umbreon said another senior. Or Strider said another senior is Mega Umbreon. So that's cool. Yeah, Respect to the seniors. Neku, I have maybe heard of. Maybe. I haven't faced them. But nevertheless, that's fine. Excited to see them play. White Tigers, a new name for me. I saw them sign up on the list. I was like, that's a dope name. I like that. That's cool. Eng. Don't know this player.
Yeah, neither do I.
But I love it. Welcome to the league.
Welcome to the league.
Meeting new players are why I stay around. It's really fun. I only know this because they joined SBC and I had to make all the graphics for that. Tigers is awesome, says Nibs. I love it. It's great. Jan. Eng is the founder of the Little Cup VGC server. Yes! I knew I recognized them from somewhere. Yo, the Little Cup VGC server? Cracked, bro. Cracked. Whoever was like, yo, let's do a Little Cup tournament. Amazing.
That's awesome.
Jan, I don't know. I don't know them. I've heard of some of these people before. Jan, I have heard of as well. Don't know them. Do you know them?
Nope.
That's cool. That's fine. We'll get to know them. We're going to see them play. I'm fine with that. That's cool. Pajamafy, easily one of my favorite names in this whole league. So sorry, everybody, but Pajamafy, I love it. Do you know them?
Mm-mm.
No. Well, it's fine. It's cool. We're gonna get to know them once again. Grant.
Grant.
I don't know them, and that's okay.
Another player we'll get to know.
Yeah. Going down these lists, we sort of get to some players that managers and including myself are not familiar with, and that's okay. That is okay. I'm excited to see them play. Big Mac Daddy. Yes, no, maybe so.
That is another one I don't know, but that's how it's going to be for a lot of these. But that's okay.
Big Mac Paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old player maybe going home. Yeah, let's go. Knock it out of the park. Let's go. Masiak. I've heard of Masiak before. Maybe.
Oh, have you?
I feel like I've seen the name. I feel like I'm not dumb. I feel like I've seen this name around. Race
right.
Magic, I'm not familiar with. And then Spyroar. Yo, Spyroar's dope. Spyroar hopped into one of my streams one day and was like, yo, VGC's cool. I play it. And then signed up and I was like, yo, Spyroar, welcome on in, my guy. Welcome. So I'm excited to see Spyroar here. That's cool. Pride got a solid roster. Bold names mean they have a capture card. Bold names mean that player has a capture card. They marked on their sign-up form that they have a capture card. Thank you, everybody. Reshiram Majesty. Spear Division. We got Izzy22X. I know people know who this is. I do not know who this is. Do you know who this is?
I feel like I've seen the name before, so I've at least seen them before.
Excited to see them play, nonetheless. Salt Cannon, I've definitely seen the name around. And when they signed up, I was like, okay. I know people have talked and they're like, yeah, Salt Cannon's done some stuff. Status Quo, not familiar with them.
Not familiar.
But that's okay. That's okay. Excited to see them play. Salt was top 48 PC3 EU, I think. Okay. EU player. That's dope. Shark Dad, take a bite out of the competition. Don't know him. Dope name. Love it.
Yep.
Lost in Shadow.
That's
also a cool name. Don't know them. But that's fine. Gotta see him play.
They're gonna come out of the shadows, right?
True. Exactly. Come out of the shadows and truly show us the light. Although they're not on the Cross and Prism, so I don't know about that, but
I don't know if they're on the right team, right?
It's true. Come on, home. Literally set up for you. Oh, there's Cell Cannon in the chat. Excited to see you play, my friend. Vichico. Don't know them. But that's okay.
Strider's pretty confident in Necrozman Prism. If you're not on Necrozman Prism, you lose.
Well, if you look at the Spear roster for Prism, they got some stacked people. Elon Musklops. Hey, that's me. Vichico? Is that you? Well, if it is, excited to have you here. Excited to see you play. Coco for Days. This is an Australian player and streamer. I'm excited to have them join. And
nice.
Elon Musk says LOL Vichico. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, dope. I love that. Sauron Knight. Don't know him. But that's okay. Thatch got married yesterday, or I think it was. Yeah.
Congratulations to Thatch.
Congratulations.
That's exciting.
Yes. Exciting stuff. Bop. What a bop, man. What a name. Bop.
That's just got like powerful energy.
Yo, are they gonna bop the competition, Cortex?
That remains to be seen.
Nib says, playing week 1 on their honeymoon. Can you imagine a better honeymoon? Honestly. Yo, babe, I gotta play this best of 3. So, just saying. Pro for Tamiko. Haven't heard of them. But excited to see them play.
Supernova.
Went by a different name earlier, but prefers to be called Supernova. This player has been around in VGC for a little bit. They're a California native, but they haven't gone to IRL events because they're kind of young still, so they do a lot of online stuff. So that's chill. That's chill. Omalite, haven't heard of them, but they had a cool profile picture from what I can remember. It was like an Oma star, something like that. I was like, oh, that's kind of
very
cool.
fitting.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think it was probably purposeful. Articuno, this person, I think their name on the doc was I love Articuno. So I was like, okay, they like Articuno. They were second behind Tutti Frutti, putting in a million different emojis after their name. So A+. And Marco Black. I don't know Marco, but excited to have them with us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Moving on to Hope. We got Strider VGC. Strider's been around the block. I recognize that name. I know it's a really solid player. Their first pick on the Prism. Excited to see them there. Excited to see them playing and enthusiastic about what we're doing. So, Strider, thanks for being here. Can't wait to see what you do. Have you faced them before, Cortex?
I haven't.
Okay. Well, maybe you will. Who knows?
Maybe I will, yeah. Maybe they can go up against me.
We'll see.
One of these days.
Next pick, we got Mort. I've definitely seen this name around. Mort's chill. I know they're talented. Yet another senior, Pog. Let's go. We love it.
76.
Yo, 76 for president, though? Yo, there was so much hype for 76 in chat. Strider, no, that's me. Oh, Strider's a senior. Gotcha. Understood. Got you. 76 for president, all caps. There was so much hype for 76 as a pickup for this league, so
oh yeah,
I am excited to see what they do. I don't know them personally, but there are a lot of people who do. Excuse me. So I'm excited to see what they're up to. You know?
Me too.
That sort of thing. Rao, I don't know them. Do you know them? Nope. Cool that they're here. Excited. You know, it's kind of funny. Yep. I recognize a lot of people in like the middle of Hope's draft here, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Mastermind VGC, I know, has been incredibly hype in chat and enthusiastic about what we're doing. Do you know this player?
I don't.
Okay. I'm excited to see them play. I want to see if they're truly big brained and masterminded, but
yeah.
We'll see. Whole squad of seniors in Prism. Hey man, I kind of like that. Could that be an advantage, having a whole squad of seniors, you know, who all know each other? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That could be pretty good. That could be pretty good. So we'll have to see. And then we have Update VGC. I have not been updated to know who this player is, but that's okay. That is okay. We'll find out. We'll find out what they're made of.
Yep.
Yo, we know who this is. This is Woke Flossie. This is Woke Flossie, a part of the ATX VGC crew. She's super chill, an amazing part of the community. So thankful that she joined. But yo, woke. Literally, are you woke enough for Woke Flossie? Surprised that she wasn't on the Garatina Origin. But you know, it's a draft league. It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that. Same with Nibs, but Nibs is on the forge. You know what I mean? It's already a fiery roster. Block you at most. It took so long. This should have been a player that should have been higher up there, in my opinion. Cameron is such a talented player from I think he's I want to say Colorado. Colorado local. Super talented. He's a dad. I play with him on League of Legends all the time. We talk with him. We play with him. Super chill. Really great at the game. Really respectful. I love what they do. Anything you got to say about them, Cortex?
Nothing other than he's a great guy, and I'm glad to have him here in the league.
Couldn't agree more. 200 Candies. This player is pretty active in the SoCal Discord. I'm blanking on the name of the TO that has that Discord server that has tournaments like every Sunday. But I see 200 Candies in a lot of online tournaments, really being active, really being.
Yeah, I want to say I've played against 200 Candies before.
Yeah.
Either online or randomly on Battle Spot, but I'm excited to see how they're going to do in the draft league.
Yeah, I faced them before too. They've beaten me. It's great. It's good. Excited to have them here. Hypnotic Melodic, definitely a fun name. One of the fun names in this draft. I'm not familiar with this player. Cortex, are you?
I'm not.
Well, we're gonna be. We're gonna see how they play, that sort of thing.
We're gonna be Hypnotic Melodic. They got a pretty cool name.
Yeah, exactly. We got Plumber. Don't know him, but excited to see how they do.
Mm-hmm.
We got 76 Pocoyo. Warren really said, I'm going to grab both of the players with 76 in their name. So, grabbed up Pocoyo. I don't know Pocoyo, but hey, I'm excited to see how they play.
Yep, same.
Kendra Jameson. I don't know this player. Tiki says, Plumber will beat you with Metronome Groomstarl. That's scary. That is scary. Kendra Jameson, don't know them, but glad to have them here. Rodriguez, I don't know him. Cortex, do you know him?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I may not be familiar with them, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to show up and play like a god. They're on the prism for all we know. And Spidey Sergio, I do not know this player, but excited to have them here. Thank you so much. Up next, the Mewtwo Experiment. Hebrew Lantern, we all know. Very talented player, very active in the community in almost every server I see. Very insightful. Have you played against Hebrew, Cortex?
I don't think so.
Okay.
New name to me.
I think I've played against Hebrew maybe once. And I see Hebrew all around the community, so super chill. Char Marlin, I know very well because Snooze at one point, like a year or two ago, it was like 2 years now. He was hosting money matches on his YouTube channel, and people were like, yo, Ryan, you should face Char Marlin. And I was like, sure, I don't know who this guy is. Is he good? And they were like, yeah, he's good, but you can take him on. Ha ha ha. And then there's a video of me getting my ass beat by Char Marlin, playing VGC. It's still live on Snooze's channel. And sometimes it gets brought up, and I'm like, yes, that video. Awesome. But I paid him the money. It was fine. It was all good. It was all chill.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me see.
So what do we got? What do we got coming up here? Mewtwo Experiment?
Mewtwo Experiment. Yeah, we're gonna have our Star Warren. Star Warren, not someone I'm familiar with personally. Mm-hmm. But doesn't mean they're not cool. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think like I'm excited to see how they play, how they do, that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
I have to accept a team invite 1 second.
All right. Well, next up we got Quiver Dancer. I don't think I've heard of Quiver Dancer. Have you, Ryan?
Quiver Dancer? No, but they've been extremely active and very passionate about what they're doing. So I think that's pretty hype. I think that's pretty hype.
Sometimes that's just what you need is passion and drive to do well, and you can make it happen.
1 sec, I'm just responding back to Ragnarok here because Ragnarok, if you're watching League of Legends Clash, it starts at 6:15, but you don't have to play starting at 6:15. Anyways, and then I'm okay, cool. Thank you. Going down the list here, Ellen Knight, don't know them. G4 says never seen them play, but can vouch Starry is cool. Love it. Everyone knows Quiver, says Nibs. Yeah, man. People know people. People who know people. You know, that's it is what it is. Ellen Knight, I don't know them. Glad they're here. Excited to see them play. Shiny 95.
Oh yeah.
Don't know them. Excited to see them play. JTW 524. I recognize the name.
Oh, I can talk about this player.
Please.
JTW. If I recall, they are I think they're a Midwest local. JTW. I think that's Jared. If this is the Jared that we're talking about, he's a very good player.
Jared Watalia.
Yes,
right?
yes. That I think that's him.
Bruh. Oh my God, I love them. His dad, Mike, is awesome. Freaking amazing. Does the Granite State streams when their stuff is going on in Indiana. Amazing. Oh God, I faced Jared before at stuff. Super chill, super cool. Yeah. This guy's awesome. Great pickup for the experiment. I think one of your top pickups for the experiment. I'm excited to see him play.
100% agree. Yeah.
Very passionate about the game and playing. So that's chill. Septic and Gamer, I know they are in Nino Poker Bros server. I don't know them. Have you faced them?
I don't believe I have.
I personally haven't, but I'm excited to see them play. Jam, I think Top Cut Joe Signs player championship tournament number 3 this past weekend. Pretty damn sure. Yeah. So that's cool. That's really cool.
That's cool. Yeah. That's
great pickup right there. Great pickup right there.
Yeah, I think I remember playing Jam. So, yeah, definitely excited to see how Jam is going to do here.
Experiment got a stacked spear roster, my guy. I had not taken as close a look as I should have at this roster right here.
Oh yeah.
People should be afraid. They should be afraid. Okay. Off meta picker. The name itself strikes fear in the hearts of those who play the metagame. Watch out. I don't know this player. Cortex, do you?
I don't think so, but going back to what you were just saying, I do think that the Mewtwo experiment kind of got the upper end on a lot of like solid picks for their Spear division. So I definitely think that these are some, like, I recognize a good amount of these names and they're good players, so definitely look to be pretty strong.
A Jin regular, all-around awesome guy. I'm excited to hear it and see it. Can't wait to see what they do. Cheesy. You put Cars as your movie of choice to put down, and I'm calling you out because that's fucking amazing. Thank you. And it's going to be one of the options on movies to watch because life is a highway. I want to ride it all night long. That's what we're doing for these 5 weeks, okay? Riding the highway. I love it. Yeah. Excited to see Cheesy play. I haven't seen them play. I haven't faced off against them. Cortex, do you know this player? Okay, well, we'll see them play. I'm excited. Crimson Drampog, definitely the most intriguing name in the draft. I don't know this player. Do you?
I don't.
Okay. Excited to see them play. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I think Spear Division has a lot of players where I may not be familiar with them. Some of you may be familiar with them. But yeah. Off Meta Picker says free agent featuring Clash is so underwhelming. I agree with you. Ditto Infinity. I don't know this player. Do you know this player?
New player to me.
Okay. It's, like I said before, excited to see them play. Chris Allen. Anything?
I feel like I have seen the name Chris Allen before, so there is that.
Okay. I mean, names aside, if you do know people, please feel free to flaunt their achievements. Thank you, Stacks.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out for Matt. He has Stacks' blessing. Oh, my goodness. Love that. Yeah, excited to have Chris here and then participating in the draft. Matt, Stacks is vouching for you, man. Big Daddy Stacks is vouching for you, so that's pretty big. It's pretty good. Moving on to the Forge. Man, oh man. This was a surprising pick for the Spear Pillar division, but probably a super strong player that may move up to Sky at some point. We'll see. As we know, Heatran Forge is a stacked roster, but that's a +1 not getting picked up in the bidding rounds. Little surprising.
I think that I mean, I may be biased because I'm on Heatran Forge, but I think Heatran Forge, like, managed did such a good job. Well, both of the Sky division and the Spear division, just picking up all these, like, really solid players. Even after the pay part of the phase was done.
Yeah. They picked up the crew.
We're getting some really good players coming up here.
Yeah, that's a +1. He's won regionals. He's an amazing content creator. Hosts tournaments all the time. And on top of that, just like when he wants to do really well, he'll do really well. And he does it in his own style and in his own way. Has a fantastic community base. Very strong player overall. a threat in the Spear division. Beware all that face him. Fox Gopher. Fox Gopher, I've definitely heard of this player. I've not faced this player personally. Cortex.
I've played Fox Gopher before.
Oh, yeah? Thoughts?
I have, yes. Solid player. Yeah, if I remember, he took a game off me in a set I think in the Pokemon in TPL, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
During week, yeah. So very good pickup. Good pickup there.
Love that. Love that. Yeah, solid pickup. Excited to see Fox Gopher do it, and just run with it. Joey, very big supporter of Jin Farai, streamer themselves, super strong player. People are going to be saying when they go up against Joey. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. He top cut the High Roller Draft League that I'm also in.
Yeah.
I believe he went something like 7-1 during the regular season.
Damn.
And ended up at top 16. So solid performance from him there.
Okay, sorry everybody. Stream just decided to shit the bed there. We're back.
All right.
Oopsie. Continuing on, WD Michael, content creator. I've seen them around the community. Have I faced them? No. Have you, Cortex?
I haven't faced them, but I remember they were also in the High Roller Draft League. And let me just pull up the standings to see. I believe they did pretty well.
Yeah.
Just going back here and checking, they ended the season 5-3. This sixth in their division, so very solid ranking. They made top 16, so solid performance from WD Michael.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how Michael does. He was hyping himself up, hyping up the league, that sort of thing, and I respect that. So I'm excited to see him do it. Cyan Bush, big supporter of Jin Farai.
Yep, also in the High Roller Draft League. I remember Cyan Bush doing pretty well too. I believe I played him. He had a solid team. If I remember correctly, I think he did pretty well for himself as well.
Yeah, I've seen the name around, so I'm excited to see it all go down. See him pull out some W's.
Yeah.
Up next,
definitely.
Nibs plays games, baby. Part of the ATX crew. One of the ATX crew to not make it onto Garatina Origin. But that's okay.
Angelo, some of the names are bolded because those people have capture cards.
It's to make it so that when you're facing off against an opponent, if you're curious whether or not they have a capture card, I have it marked down. Nibs overpay.
Nibs overpay.
Tiki, I agree. Absolute overpay right here. Oh my goodness. Lots to say about Nibs. Really talented player. A great part of the community as well. And supporting the community with the ATX Games crew. Love it. Cortex, have you faced Nibs?
I'm not sure about that. There's a chance I could have played him, and there's a chance I may have not. So
I'm with you there. Yeah. I don't think I've ever faced Nibs personally, but it's a great player, solid dude. Excited to see him do it.
Yeah, me too, man.
K. DeMarney, don't know this player. Do you?
I don't believe I do.
Okay, well, excited to see them play. Excited to see how that goes. Should be good. Should be fun.
100%.
Should be fun. Embracing. Oh man, this is Sebastian Guerrero. I love Sebastian. Chicago local, super creative, likes to really get in it. Super passionate about the game. I can't wait to see how he does.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I can't wait to see what he does in the Spear division. So it'll be good. Monferno, bro, I don't know this player. Do you?
Monferno, bro. No, it does not ring. I don't think so. Doesn't ring a bell.
G4 says awesome community member and great draft player for K. DeMarney. First matches are tomorrow, correct? Mastermind VGC says. No. And here's why. We gave a small extension to managers to allow them to have time to pick their rosters. So most of them have gotten their rosters to me, but I want to make sure that I have those before play officially starts, obviously, because you can't play if you don't have a roster to see who you're playing against. So, yes, And no, play will start tomorrow, but no one really should play tomorrow. Ideally, you spend the week trying to figure out your opponent a little bit because you're in a draft league. And at that point, then you play.
Monferno Bro is good. Tiki says he likes to use unique stuff, and he's one of the homie solid player for sure. And Fernape, eat grape. All right. So it looks like he's a solid player. I like it. Me too.
Bolt. I've definitely seen Bolt around. I don't know them as a player, but I recognize the name. He loves Vikavolt.
Oh yeah. I recognize Bolt too. I think I follow him on Twitter, and I remember he's pretty active. So definitely looking for a solid performance from him.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Cortex. How about Pokert?
Poker. I don't recognize Poker.
I don't.
Bolt likes unique stuff too, I think.
Yeah, that's what Tiki said there. So that's fun. That's fun. Chunky Owl. Cool name. I don't know them.
Yeah. Chunky Owl was also in the High Roller Draft League.
Okay.
So he hope you're looking to provide a solid performance here and one up himself in his previous league. So I'm excited to see Chunky Owl, and since I'm on his team, I'll be excited to work with him as well.
Hey, that's fun. That's fun. I'm happy to see that. Excited to see that.
We
got Xander. Xander, I do not know. Xander, I do not know.
I feel like I recognize the name Xander. So from somewhere, I'm not sure. Maybe it was an online tournament or he's played before, but definitely excited to see what he's going to bring.
I'm for that. 100%, 110%. Yep. Super Geo. Not someone I know, but
Super Geo, a new name to me, but welcome to the team, and we're gonna be looking to kill it this season.
Nibs, a little biased there, but says Forge OP. Little
Chunky
biased.
Owl is cool AF.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to see all these new players.
Forge OP.
New to me. I know some of these people obviously know some of these people, and that's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. But I get to review some of these players. Okay. And last but certainly not least. Oh yeah. There's a little bit of a fight going on here between who's more OP.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to leave it
to this week 1.
You're gonna have to leave it to your matches, man. Gonna have to leave it to your matches. Okay. G-Force says Forge is solid. See y'all in the championship. Oh man. Garatina Origin KJ Chicken. I've heard of this name. I don't know them. Do you know them?
I don't know them.
Okay. I think Jams could probably attest to this person. Literally.
The Masuda man himself. Yeah, we're getting to that in a minute. We won't lose, says Tiki.
Goodness, I know.
Watch out for KJ, Jaden, and Reggie Steel Sex. They go. So yeah, I have some to speak about some of these players coming up here in a hot second.
Yeah, we're both about to shit talk Reggie Steel Sucks to oblivion, so get ready. Get ready.
Yeah.
Esquire. I don't know Esquire. I don't know them. I've recognized the name. I don't know them though. Do you?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I might have seen their name somewhere before, but not too much besides that.
Radlup. I know this name. I think you may know this game too, or this name as well.
I don't actually.
This is an Italian player that Big Slim said that I would lose to in PGL, and then I faced off and beat them.
Oh, that's
however, I agree with Slim on this. The play coming out from Radlup at the time wasn't typical Radlup. Rad is from New York, I think.
Okay.
I thought
yeah.
They were maybe they're not an Italian player.
That match was facepalm.
Well, Radlup may not be an Italian player. I may be wrong there. But it might be another player I was thinking of. But when I faced Radlup, it wasn't typical Radlup play. And but I got the win. I got the W. I know they're an really, really good player. Solid pickup.
All right, man.
Stacked Spear roster.
Maybe Bobo is a Gary to my Ash.
Oh my goodness. I love that. That's a great metaphor off Meta Picker. Thank you. Jaden 1200. I played with Jaden on the Articuno Blues. Solid guy. Solid player. All around. Loves playing the game. Super chill. Have you faced Jaden or played with Jaden, Cortex?
I think I've seen some of his matches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's chill.
Definitely.
He's chill.
Chill guy.
Absolutely. Up next, Reggie still sucks. Phil sucks.
Yeah,
Phil absolutely
just,
sucks. You
he's a
suck
bad
at the
player.
game, Phil. We're telling Cortex and I are both telling you suck.
No, I'm kidding. No, a little bit. Anyway, yeah, Phil's a good friend of mine. I built with him a lot.
I want you to know. Yeah.
What usually happens with Phil is he throws ideas at the wall, and sometimes the bounce fragments off the wall. Sometimes I catch them, and one of those turns out to be kind of good, and I fit that as a tech onto one of my teams.
Cortex, I'm gonna take that analogy and put it like this. Phil likes to throw stuff at the wall, okay? And I'm gonna say that you're the wall. And instead of letting things stick to the wall, you immediately catch whatever he's throwing to stick at the wall and throw it back in his face and go, Phil, what the fuck? What the fuck?
That's not
and
too
so
far
I
off
want
from
you
reality,
to know that
right?
Phil pulled myself and Angelo into a separate message the other night because he knew that I wouldn't shut down the idea he was talking about. But he knew that if he had reached out to you...
If he reached out to me, I would shut him down immediately, huh?
Yes, exactly. And I said, you don't want to tell Cortex, do you? He's like, no, I don't mind telling Cortex. I just knew that coming to you first, you wouldn't shut down the idea right away. And I absolutely lost it. I was like, this is hilarious.
Well, all jokes aside, I know that Phil's a player. I'll tell you that he's grown a lot. And I've seen his play improve a lot, and I'm very excited to see him do well in this league. So
he's extremely
and
committed.
maybe even play a match against him.
He is very determined to move up to Sky, or if you move down to Spear, he wants to play you. He does. And so I'm hoping the managers can make that happen because he talks a lot of talk.
Yeah, he talks a lot of talk. Yeah, that's
he
the
does.
thing.
He does. He was coming into our private chat the other day, being like, "I'm taking down Cortex. He's going down. I'm the superior Moltres Galler player." I was like, I don't know, bro. You gotta have the record to prove it. So, anyways, moving on. Envy Bulbul. There was an amazing
man.
Yeah, Envy Bulbul is the Gary to my Ashes off meta picker. If that's not enough of a metaphor or analogy for you right there.
We got the Masuda smiles coming out in chat.
Oh, man. The Masuda smug.
Masuda guy.
Love it. I love it.
I like it.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to Phil trying to earn a spot on Sky right now. Yeah, I heard about that. Hopefully he does. I mean,
I've played in a Bulbul before. I believe in a tournament. He's a good player. He's a solid pickup for the Origin there.
Yeah. Up next, Bauer Dad. Not familiar with this player.
Bauer Dad, yeah, me neither. But like all new players, this is their time to rise up.
Yeah, I agree with you. Angelo Hunter. Surprisingly, I met this player the other day and got to know them. They're super chill.
Yeah, and, Angelo Hunter. I will say, Phil's. Very chill guy. One of my friends too. He's a good player. I know that he's active on Battle Spot. He practices regularly. He's gone up against some notable players, and I've seen him take down some of the Titans of EGC. So if that's any indication of his potential, I definitely think he can go far in this league.
I agree with you. Yeah, Gem's really got some big picks here, especially towards the end of the picking for the Spear Pillar draft. Angelo says, I beat you X9 in a ladder game. I'm goated.
Yeah, see, there you go.
It's big. Joe likes to, he likes to climb that ladder, and if you can knock him down a peg, I mean, good on you. Good on you. Up next, we got Pickley. I've definitely heard a lot about Pickley. I've seen this name around. They're talented. That's what I've heard.
Pickley, yeah.
That's what I've heard. I know. I'm sure people can attest for Pickley.
Yeah.
They also go by Tay Pickley if Pickley is for some reason taken. She's awesome. Yeah.
Nib says she's awesome. I believe it.
I'll believe it.
Pickley is awesome. Got multiple people vouching for Pickley.
Well,
Pickley's awesome.
When your manager is vouching for you, that's a good sign.
Yeah, I'll tell you something.
Tutti Frutti.
Next up, we got Tutti Frutti. Yeah.
I'm Rudy. Tutti Frutti. Woo! Get some little Richie playing on the freaking YouTube right now. Tutti Frutti, definitely. I've heard this player does pretty damn well. Cortex. I don't know if you've ever faced them or
I
seen their
haven't,
name.
but you know what? I believe it, Ryan.
I've heard some good things about Tutti Frutti, so I'm excited to see Tutti Frutti play.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
FXR005. Haven't heard of this player until the draft, but excited to see them play. Thanks for being here. Excited. Blank. When they put this down, I was like, is that a player or is that
like a blank space?
Yeah, blank space. I wasn't sure. It's a player. Don't know him, but welcome on in. Excited to see you play. And that's what I got to say there. Def, not Mac. Don't know this player. Any Cortex? Do you?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
but that's okay.
Fine. Yeah.
Yep.
And last but certainly not least, Gonzalez. I don't know this player.
I don't think I do either.
Hey, that's just a part of this of what we're doing.
Oh,
it's part of what we're doing, okay? We're learning, meeting these new people, making new friends along the way, baby. Woo!
Oh. That's everybody. All right. Did we just go through everybody in the both divisions?
Yes. So sorry.
What do we got next? We got the poll results.
We got the poll results. I'm so sorry. I switched over.
What you guys have been waiting for?
Screens, and Rock the Boat popped up as we swapped over. What was that? That was my Rock the Boat point redeem. Don't redeem it. I won't do it. We're doing the poll results. Here we go.
I'm really curious to see these poll results.
Ragnarok, I told you we're not rocking the boat right now. Okay.
Yeah. I've been waiting for these.
Underpaid. Two players.
What are some of the ones we got?
Okay. So there were a lot of one voters, but the players that stuck out, Ink had 4 votes. Umar had 4 votes.
Umar and Ink, yeah. I believe that with Umar, yeah.
And then Zordor had 2. And then there were a bunch of other one voters. Yeah. Someone said that you were an underpay.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was interesting. Let me name off some of these one voters here. Brain, Condor, Infamous Chris, Cortex, Roller Costa, Splatty Daddy, Willie, Tio, all underpaid. And I think most of you went for like 15, 16K.
Around there, yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely interesting to see. Now, the most overpaid player.
Tiki says Umar or bad at 6K is a big steal. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. There were a lot of 15K steals.
15K steals,
Jem says 3 of those are on the Garatina Origin. Seriously, though. Come on. Big steals. Who is the most overpaid? 7 votes. It's got to be Mando. I think no one was expecting a 35K bid in a draft like this.
Yeah, that's a heck of a lot of it.
It's a lot of money. But is it possible that it could have gotten up there originally and organically by people just pumping up the price and wanting Mando? Probably. And it's also possible that if Mystic had started lower, it could have gone higher than 35K. Because who wants to risk upbidding a 35K bid and then get stuck spending 35.5, 36K or more?
Yeah.
Like, I love Mando, but that is risky. So
yeah, that's too much to be risking.
Props to Mystic for getting who she wanted, but man, it's a risk. It's a risk. Mystic says exactly. So I see what you did, but for a lot of people, they're saying overpay. Now, the second most overpay was Jean-Marc, which I actually disagree with. Jean-Marc started out organically and then was pumped up to 30 was it 37? Yeah, 37K. Compared to Mando's 35K. G4 says, if Mando just started at 3K, probably could have gotten Mando cheaper. Maybe, but with how fierce Jin and Joel were being with upbidding, that's what I'm curious about. If it truly would have been, as easy to get what you were looking for there? I'm not so sure. But we'll never know because
I think he says Mando probably would have gone for 25 to 27.
Yeah.
Could have gone up to 35 though.
Well, Mystic made it work. She made it work for what she wanted, so I'm really happy to see that. Overpay, Jean-Marc, I disagree. I think I don't know. What do you think, Cortex? I disagree. I think he is worth really a lot.
I could go either way on that one. I don't think I've seen him play enough to say for sure whether he was an overpay or not.
Yeah, true. GeForce says, but if Jin and Joel unbid too high, they don't want Mando. They're not going to risk overpaying for Mando. They pumped up a lot of people. I mean, I'm not sure. It's a little hard to say, but yeah. Okay, moving on to the fun part of this this poll. So the first question was, which Pokemon or core will rule the early Series 9 metagame? Wrong answers.
Wrong answers.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this? First answer, Lily Cole. G-Max Pikachu. Now, I will say, if you're Max Simon, you're going to make it work. Okay? That's all I'm going to say.
Or if you're... there's one player who likes to use Pikachu. Matt, I think.
Matt. Well, Max. I was talking about Max.
Max, yeah. Max Dees, yeah.
Max Dees, Max Simon, yeah. Life Orb Feeny plus Flatter Grimmsnarl. Roller Coaster. Yo, G-Max Pika a threat. I know this was Pangy. Life Orb Feeny plus Flatter Grimmsnarl. That's something. That's something right there. Toxtricity Kling Clang. Earthquake called. They want their double kill. Ted. Remember that early series Ted combo?
Yeah, back from Series 1.
Lucario Dragapult. Little justified combo. Terrapult. Glaceon.
Terrapult, yeah. Wrong answers only. I don't think Terrapult is going to be as strong as the series progresses.
Yeah.
I think when at the start of a series, people always default to these very simple, straightforward strategies, with beat up and justified, and they can work well in the beginning when the meta hasn't established itself as well. But I think it is going to mature a little past that.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Chanty Shuckle, absolutely. Sugma, Spectrier, Urshifu, Glastrier, Mimikyu, Amoonguss. Double Horser Sun. Terrapult got second at Rose Tower last week. Well,
I mean, yeah, I don't doubt its success in the early meta. I just think that it's not going to last in late meta. I don't think we're going to be seeing as much Terrapult as in the beginning here.
Rollercoaster says, but I hear the guy never brought it and said it was bad.
Oh, it was Rollercoaster. It was the guy who brought it.
Well, Double Horser Sun, Rain, Thunderous plus Wailord. Have not seen that combo yet. Would love to see it. Water Spout Blastoise, Politoed Kingdra. People really hating on Rain. Okay. Como-O, Iron Defense Body Press, Belly Drum, Clanging Souls. There's nothing this dragon can't do. I know that was Jenna. Jenna, if you're still here, please tell me that was you. I know it's you. There's no way. Dunsparce. Someone literally put D's, as in D's nuts, but it's true. Wrong answers only. And then whatever jank T.O. baits people into using were the wrong answers only. And now, the other question, which was right answers only. Cole, Sun.
What do people actually think is going to be good?
Terrapult, Screens, Glastrier was all in one option. Thank you for giving multiple options for a one-option question. I truly appreciate it. Spectrier offense.
The jank works, though.
You're not wrong. Life Orb Spectrier plus Scope Lens Kiss. Thoughts?
Life Orb Spectrier plus Scope Lens Kiss?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about paired together, but maybe separately.
Yeah, I could definitely see. I mean, Spec for sure. I'd be interested to see how Kiss does, especially with Glastrier around.
Yeah, I know Glastrier is really popular. I know for my my thoughts on this question, I think Glastrier is going to be I think back to where Series 7 left off of.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Glastrier cores being really really common and powerful.
Tiki says, sounds like a team Resu made. It's super solid. Okay. Spectrier and Glastrier together or separate. They're basically legendary Pokemon, but not.
Yeah, I know. My friend Colding Light actually won the Joey UX9 tournament today with Double Horse Team.
Yeah.
And
That's pretty
very
cool.
solid.
That's pretty cool to see. Special Glastrier and Special Kartana. Lol. Glastrier Instant P2, really solid core. Double Horse also topped the VR tour today.
Top 8 VR today, yeah. Solid performance.
Haley, of course, coming in. A horse, of course. Haley, the horse queen herself, literally loves Mudsdale and every other horse in VGC. I don't blame her. Venucole. Hey, long live Spain, guys. Long live Spain. Venucole, no skill. Bronzor, interesting choice. Thank you. Sun, Terrapult again.
Yeah, Sun, Terrapult.
P2. Now, I like this one because I've been seeing it more commonly. Garchomp Balance. Have you seen this? Because I've been seeing Garchomp pop up more.
Garchomp Balance quite a lot. Yeah, people will run something like P2, Garchomp, Infinity. Sometimes with Glastrier in this as part of the same core.
I like it. I'm excited to see if it pops up in the league. I hope it does.
Mm-hmm.
Alecki, Grimstarl plus
Garchomp
Lando.
Kind of stinks, not gonna lie. I actually kind of agree with Tiki. I don't think like Garchomp's like super amazing. I think it's like all right. But yeah, that's my hot take too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, hey man, if you can beat it, which a lot of people can. Blub VGC had a real cool Fig 2 team with Chomp. Blub has the coolest stuff. Seriously, he does. Pull Colt Urshifu. There's only one team. I'm sorry, there's only ever one team, Venucole, and then the person who wrote D's then put nuts.
All right.
And then P2 Glacier, Instant Fini, good stuffs.
Tiki says Garchomp is carried by Quake Boost. Lando does the same thing for the most part, except the water-free matchup. Yeah. I in large part agree with that.
Do you think Garchomp would be better with Intimidate, or no?
Oh yeah, I think Garchomp would be much better with it. Like imagine if Garchomp got Intimidate. It would be good.
You think so? You think Intimidate would make it that much of a difference? Because I know it's fast.
I think it would. Like it's really fast. It's right above the 100 base speed. I think Garchomp Intimidate would be an insane mon. I think Intimidate is huge.
It's the thought what counts. Tiki said Garchomp would be super broken with Intimidate. Yeah, it would be so good with it. With Intim, says Jams. Yeah, it'd be really cool. I mean, rough skin's kind of cool. And it also gets what's its other ability? I'm dumb. Is it
a Sandveil?
Sandveil?
Yeah, like if you have Intimidate, I mean, you even have the option. Like you already lower the attack stat, which helps Garchomp like set up for itself with Sword Stance, similar to Landorus does. You could even have Wormwind, for -2 attack. And Quake for a special defense boost. It would be so good.
Yeah, legit though. It'd be awesome. It'd be super chill.
Yeah, it's a good Intimidate mon that's not weak to water and faster than base 100.
I'd be excited.
Yeah,
to see it.
very good resistances, good typing.
Legit, it'd be dope. Well, Cortex, thank you so much for joining me today.
Absolutely, man. It was a
really, really appreciate your insight and your takes on this, and I hope to have you back for some of these post week conversations on Sundays. And to all of you who are watching, if you are interested in being a part of our conversations and wanting to get in on the discussion, please let me know. Let me know. I would love to feature folks. I'd love to see people talking and discussing about the game, because that's what it's all about. The more insight, the more perspectives and opinions that people have, the better. So if you'd like to come on here and give your insight and have a discussion with us in these future Twitch streams and stuff like that, please let us know. DM me. Let us know in the server as well. I'll make sure to put out stuff. Hey, would you like to come on? Would you like to talk about this? Because when we review matches and that sort of thing, what I would love to do is get certain people on from teams, maybe 2 to 3 players and spend 10 to 15 minutes with those players as I'm going through the matchups to talk about that week. So that'd be really chill. Also, we will be asking people who submit matches, especially people who have capture cards and stuff, if you have a really, really cool match, if you have a really cool battle or something that happens that goes down, we want to see it. We want to see that sort of thing because not only do we want to share that stuff, but like it makes for really cool TikTok content, number one. Like how cool would it be to see like G-Force Pokemon popping off to like a Charizard just blasting away an opponent? That's sick. That's cool. We want to see that sort of stuff and we want to promote that sort of stuff. That's dope. But also Stacks, Big Daddy Stacks, one of the folks helping run the Ever City server, had some really cool ideas for art commissions every week. And we were talking about this today, how it'd be super cool to find one of these moments, choose one of those moments, and then get an artist rendition of like that specific moment. I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be really chill. So people being like, what is TikTok? Never heard of it. I mean, I know they're joking, but legit.
Yeah, these guys are too old, Ryan. They're not part of the generation.
I know they're too old, man. They're too. I'm just on the cusp. I'm just on the cusp of knowing what TikTok is. Is that a watch? A YouTube video with highlights from the week would be sick, but that sounds like a lot of work. Ha ha ha. Well, if you didn't know, Off Bennett Picker, I'm doing a lot of work for this league already, and I'm so freaking hyped to keep doing more work for it. So that's what we're doing. We want to keep the hype. We want to keep the exposure. Leagues do not die after draft day. Hello? If you thought we were done hyping up what we're doing, you are wrong. And so I also want to reiterate, please, 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 if you have a Twitter, retweet our posts because we want to keep exposure going. We want to keep it growing so that for season 2, we can truly have more solid teams and rosters. Imagine 12 Sky Pillar rosters. 6 more teams of players of 7 to 10 to bid on out of a giant pool. We got 140 players for season 1. Imagine what we could do if we had people consistently going. 32 teams in season 2. Make this the NFL of VGC, says Tiki. Maybe. I don't know. The sky is the limit. I don't want to cap it, but we need your help, my friends. We need your help to keep up the exposure, to keep up the hype. And so we'll let you know, okay? At the very least, we'll let you know about the major posts that we'll be putting out. So every Sunday when we do these Twitch streams, please, 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 please retweet the Ever City tweets because we want to get people in here being like, yo, what is going on? What is this? What is the Ever Grande League, right? And then when we have new art, because we are commissioning logos for the Spear and Sky divisions. Very exciting stuff. I'm very excited. Thank you, Stacks. Thank you, Stacks, for getting those done. Because it's going to look hype. More stuff to come, more updates, more excitement, and don't forget, Friday is going to be a movie night.
Okay.
Well, stream restarted again. We disconnected for a moment there. Hello, everyone. If you're still with me, let me be the Stuart Scott of the highlight videos with you. Yo, G-Force Pokemon, abso-freaking-lutely, dude. Everyone's saying F in chat. Man, this rarely happens where my stream just absolutely eats itself. But wow, right at the very end there. It's back now. But
we're back.
Hello.
Cool.
Sorry, guys. Stream crashed for a moment there. But thank you for watching. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Ryan.
Dude, absolutely. Thanks for being here. We're gonna do the cool thing, which is a raid. Although it's kind of awkward because there's like nobody here. Because like the stream crashed. So anyway, Stuart Scott and Rich Elson equals G-Force plus Ryan. You fucking bet. Hello? Yes, G-Force, yes. Come and talk to me. Anyone who wants to get in on stuff, let me know. Because we're going to do stuff. If you haven't seen my personal YouTube channel, I'm all about the collabing, my friends. Now, I must wish you all goodbye. Not just because my stream keeps going poopy,
But I've got some other stuff to do, League of Legends Clash, and I've taken enough of your time. 2 hours. It's been amazing. Thank you so much. But for now, I will see you guys later. Have a great week one, my friends. Pairings will be coming out tomorrow. I'll see you later. Go over. We're going to be raiding Big Slim, baby. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. See ya. See you guys. See you guys.